Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to QHE channel. Alhamdulillah, in this series of videos, we are learning about simple Arabic verbs. In session 11, the series of session 11 particularly, we're learning about command verbs. So let's begin, inshallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In this session, inshallah, what we are going to learn about the types of Hamzah. Remember in the last few sessions regarding command verbs, what we saw? We saw that command verbs, they carry two kind of prefixes. One is lam kasra and other is hamza. And hamza is specific to second person active command verbs. So, but before we look into other examples, we should learn about the hamza. What are the types of hamza? And we should also learn which type of Hamza, specifically the second person active simple command verbs carry as prefix. So let's learn, inshallah. So there are two kinds of Hamza. Okay, there are Hamzatul Qatir, is called cutting Hamza, and there is Hamzatul Wasl, is called connecting Hamza. So let's learn briefly about each of them, inshallah. Okay, inshallah, we have a table here that's showing examples of the Hamza, this type of Hamza, and the characteristics, briefly. So I have three examples here, three columns of examples, and I'm showing two prints, Medina print, Indo-Pak print, and I'm also showing the characteristics of the cutting Hamza in terms of Medina print. So let me go over the Medina print first, inshallah. So I will go over the characteristics as long as the print at the same time. Okay. So these blue characters, these are the cutting Hamza. Okay. So what do we see? We see clear Hamza, clear vowel, clear sukun. Clearly you can see Hamza, you can see vowels, you can see sukun. Okay. Also we see the Hamza can appear anywhere in the words and sentences. You can see Hamza over here appears at the beginning, middle, also at the end. And same thing, it can appear anywhere in the sentences. And Hamza is always pronounced regardless of its position. This is one of the main differences, one of the main difference between the two Hamza. Okay, this Hamza, the cutting Hamza, is always pronounced. Okay. Now let me go over the Indo-Pak print. Indo-Pak print is a little different, right? It does not show Hamza all the time. It shows sometimes, okay? Now, alif, waw, and sometimes ya, these are the carriers for the Hamza. These are not the main letter that you're pronouncing. For example, let's say waw over here is like a chair for the Hamza, okay? But we cannot say this is alif. This is not alif. There is a Hamza attached to it, so we call this letter Hamza. Okay, so this is the difference between the two prints in terms of cutting Hamza. For Medina print, you will always see clear Hamza. For Indo-Pak print, sometimes. Okay, let's go over the connecting Hamza, inshallah. Hamzatul Wasl. This is the connecting Hamza. Okay, so let's go over again the Medina print. I have Medina print first row, Indo-Pak print second row, and then the characteristics of the Medina print for the connecting Hamza. So let me go over the characteristics simultaneously with the print. All the red characters over here in this chart are the connecting Hamza. Okay, so what do we see? We see no clear Hamza and vowels. So in the Medina print, these red ones, this Hamza, you see there is no Hamza and there is no vowel, right? Also, we see Hamza is symbolized by a sword-like symbol. So if you're reading Medina print, you will know very clearly which one is connecting Hamza because it shows a sword-like symbol on top of the alif. Again, this character that we are pronouncing is not alif. Alif is just a tool that carrying the Hamza. And the Hamza for Hamzatul Wasl is not shown. Instead, sword is a small sword is shown. Okay, that's like defining or indicating this is Hamzatul Wasl. Okay, Hamza always appears at the beginning of the words. Okay, look at this. Hamza at the beginning. Hamza at the beginning. This ba is actually a particle, but the actual word is this one. Hamza at the beginning. Hamza at the beginning. Beginning. Also beginning. Over here, this is definite article. Okay, this one always will have Hamza then Lam Sakina. Okay, a lot of people might think this is Alif, but this is not Alif. This is Hamza. Hamzatul Wasl. Okay, and I'm just showing one of the cutting Hamza. Okay, and you can see it's clearly there is a Hamza for Madina print. Okay, another important aspect of this Hamza is pronounced when the word is at the beginning of the verse or sentence. For example, over here, this Hamza is at the beginning of the verse. So in this case, I have to pronounce this Hamza, right? But when the Hamza is preceded, when Hamza is not pronounced when it is preceded by a letter. In this case, Hamza is preceded by, like, let's say, Waw Fatha, right? How I'm going to read it? I'm going to read Wasbir, right? But I'm not pronouncing this Hamza, right? But how about this Hamza? I cannot start the sentence or verse. I have to know the vowel. Okay. So, but I do not know the vowel. Hamza to Wasl, the vowel is never given for Medina print. So this is where our knowledge of morphology plays the role. What will be the vowel of this Hamza? We are going to learn in the next session, inshallah, not today. But just to let you know, this is the difference between the two Hamza. The other Hamza, cutting Hamza, always pronounced. But this Hamza is pronounced only when it is at the beginning or the beginning of a sentence or verse, and it is not pronounced when it's preceded by a Hamza. So this is Madina print. How about Indo-Pak print? Indo-Pak print, you can see that definitely the sword-like character is not shown. At the same time, Hamza is not shown, right? So it looks like Alif, but as I said, this is not Alif. Okay, so I personally think for learning the Arabic grammar, morphology, and also tajweed, it's better to use Madina print because it encourages you to learn certain things. For example, over here, you can see it gives you the vowel, right? But over here, you cannot tell what is the vowel. So you need to use your morphology knowledge to figure out what's the vowel. That we are going to learn in a later session. So this is like a brief explanation about the two Hamza and their differences. Let's see what's coming up, inshallah. What's our next chart? So now we need to ask which type of Hamza do the second person active simple common verbs carry as prefix. The common verbs carry Hamzatul Wasl as prefix. Okay, so whenever you see a verb that starts with Hamzatul Wasl, you'll know that that is a common verb, inshallah, for simple verbs. Okay, at this point, we're talking about simple verbs. These common verbs, I'm talking about second person active simple common verbs. These verbs can appear as being preceded by a letter where the Hamza is not pronounced. For example, fadhhab. Okay, over here, I'm not pronouncing the Hamza. And also, they can also appear not being preceded by a letter, like when they appear at the beginning of a sentence where the Hamza is pronounced. For example, over here, Hamza is at the beginning of a sentence, a verse. I really need to know the vowel of this Hamzah in order to start reciting this verse. But we should also know the vowel of this Hamzah too, even though I'm not pronouncing, because when I'm going to analyze the word, I need to be able to pronounce this whole word. How I'm going to pronounce this whole word if I don't know the vowel? So this is where we need to know what is the characteristics inside the verb that will tell me what is the vowel of this Hamzah. That we will learn in the next session, inshallah. So let's see what's coming up in the next session, inshallah. In the next session, inshallah, what we're going to learn, we're going to learn what should be the vowel of the Hamzah corresponding to the 6 types of simple verbs. We know simple verbs are 6 types, right? So we need to know what will be the vowel of the Hamzah in each type, okay? And we're going to learn how to recognize common verbs in the midst of the other words. And definitely, inshallah, we are going to identify second-person common verbs from Quran. If you have any question, put in the comment section. There should be a document of this document in the description section. Please go over the document and the video if you want to see the difference between the 2 Hamzah. And until next time, please keep us in your dua. May Allah grant barakah on all your efforts. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.